Liverpool starting then their new European campaign here this evening. It seems such a short time ago that we were celebrating the end of the previous competition, but that is life at the top end of European football. And indeed, the mood here is one of great anticipation and excitement. We are ready to go again. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. So, are we ready for another edition of this tournament? I think we are.
Well, when it comes to major European trophies, Peter, this is one of those eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. I think changes to the format have increased interest levels, and the emphasis on victories is more pronounced now, and hopefully these two will go at it accordingly and we can enjoy this.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Alisson. He's an excellent shot stopper, Peter, first and foremost, but he's just as good at creating
Has a hit! Looking for a decent ball in. Gomez. Fabinho. Gomez. Alexander-Arnold. Mohamed Salah, and here's Mane. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. And here's Mane, and it's Salah. Mohamed Salah! He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Liverpool draw first blood here.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's broken through. Tries to get it forward quickly. Chance to break.
Jordan Henderson just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
That's a promising ball. Wijnaldum. And here's Roberto Firmino, and the shot! He has done it! And already they're looking to run away with it.
I can give the keeper a little sympathy here because I think he might have been slightly unsighted. However, credit where it's due, it's still a fine finish from a tight spot.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Robertson. Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool are in control here on the brink of half-time. Goes for goal! Cleared without complication. Oh, great ball! That intervention was very necessary. Hoists it forward. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Liverpool in control at half-time, 2-0. That gets things going for the second half. And it's played forward.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Has he found his man? Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Wijnaldum goes looking. Now it's Roberto Firmino. And it's Salah. And here's Mohamed Salah. Looking to break out here. He's making good use of his strength there. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. And he's cut it out. He's gone for it! Jordan Henderson. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Liverpool have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Fabinho passes it forward. Forward it goes. Mane. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Mane was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's through and all alone! Has a pop! Wijnaldum. Klein. Jordan Henderson. And it's been taken straight back. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that's the way to launch the campaign. Now they can look ahead with confidence and comfort. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, pressure can quickly build on you if a positive result isn't achieved in your opening group match. Instead...
Liverpool come into this game having taken all 3 points in their opener. just what was needed to get the campaign off to the smooth start they wanted. Their boss has been keen to point out in his press conference that they must remain focused, and that focus is something they should be able to keep because the position is clear. Perform now as they did first up, and they would be in the frame for pole position in this group. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. So, having won on opening day, it's eyes forward on the missions that remain. Shot a goal!
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
No question, that's a foul. It's a loose ball. Well positioned to make that interception. Mane. Salah.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And it's Mane. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Kennedy. Goes for goal! Jordan Henderson. Fabinho. Wijnaldum. Robertson continues his run. Good clearance and very necessary. Forward it goes. Done very well to intervene. The referee brings the first half to a close. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. The second half gets underway.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Oh, good interception. Oh, he's found him in space. Referee has just said play on. Being played forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Now it's Roberto and Firmino! He scores! There is the breakthrough! Pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Liverpool take the lead, 1-0.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Van Dijk. Wijnaldum. And the counter hits one! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That was great pressure to force the initial error, Peter. It's the perfect example as to why this is a favourite tactic of a lot of teams these days.
Has a go! They've scored! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Shoots!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Tries to get it forward quickly. That'll be a throw. Liverpool are making a change now.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Chance to... He's gone for it! He's scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Getafe take the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Kennedy gets it back. Liverpool have reached the now or never stage. Good ball. Has a hit! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Ankel knows only too well that he should have converted after getting through one-on-one. He doesn't need telling.
And it's Firmino. And there goes the final whistle. Quite a game, memorable for its fluctuation in fortunes and astonishing to... So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Robertson. Firmino, Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah tries to head towards goal. And that That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense. Firmino! He's delivered all right! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Liverpool take the lead, 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. And the defence can get it clear. How about a shot? Shot at goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Gets it back, and it's Andre. Hoist chance!
I can't speak highly enough of the keeper after that save. Can't stop thinking about it.
And the counter is on.
That's just an example of overcommitting, and they're fortunate for the quality of the intervention. It was vital.
And here's Roberto Firmino, and it shoots!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And now they can launch a counter. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Some first half thoughts?
Yes, they're behind, but it's a reversible situation. As long as better defensive focus can avoid a second goal on the counter, they know they have the wherewithal to come up with what they need.
Liverpool, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind.
That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Just brushed off the ball there. That's a decent ball. He's made sure that that won't get through. Mane. And here's Roberto Firmino. Now it's Wijnaldum. And Firmino! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Keeps everyone guessing. Shapes to shoot! Chance to shoot! It's a goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. Alisson did well the first time. Nothing he could do about the follow-up.
That's just top-notch. Showed exactly why he follows it up every time.
Shot a goal! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Wijnaldum. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
He's in! Just the goalkeeper to beat.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Henderson battles to win it back. And that is that. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable and honours even. Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. Goes for goal! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Mane controlled that with such ease and really ought to have followed it up with a goal.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Salah. Liverpool are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but... And Mane! And it's a goal!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Liverpool take the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here. Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And help's available out wide. Ola John. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Brings it forward. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Who's ball? Who's going to get that? He's made sure that that won't get through. And here's Firmino hits it! And here's Roberto Firmino. And it's played forward. And the half-time whistle goes. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Liverpool come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And we are already promptly back underway. Liverpool carrying a one-goal lead. And the shot! He's got away with one there.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
And it's Henderson. Wijnaldum. And here's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, he's gone for it! Oh, taken with style! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control.
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
Liverpool take a two-goal lead and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Fabinho gets it back. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Leo Bonatini has been caught there, it's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
Going for goal! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Now it's Ola John. Wijnaldum goes looking. He could have been in, just needed a better final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Wijnaldum battles to win it back. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed has a hit! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Van Dijk just got a little carried away with himself there. He knew he could have clinched it.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Firmino. Forward it goes. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Wijnaldum set up one goal so far. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Solid, if not especially fancy, always in control. They did enough to... And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, a feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Liverpool lining up with a look of total focus. Eyes on the prize, which is way beyond these group stages.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the track.
And Firmino! Yes! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Yeah, anything that finds its way into the net via the framework of the goal is most difficult for a keeper to reach. He was never going to get it.
Liverpool have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it?
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
A long ball, but not especially accurate. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Wijnaldum. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Has he found his man? Gomez cuts it out. Forward it goes.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Gets it back. He's away. Out to the left it goes. He's left his man. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Jordan Henderson. Good idea, just poorly executed. Liverpool only needing to avoid defeat, of course. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the first half is done. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, when you look at the gulf in quality, the gap should be greater, but there are higher gears to be found, so maybe we'll see that reflected.
Liverpool head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Liverpool just about have their noses in front. Mane. Wijnaldum. And here's Roberto Firmino.
Firmino really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Gets away from his opponent. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Real chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
And it's Mane. It has got through to him. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Good take. And the shot! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Liverpool get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Rapidly approaching the end. Liverpool have their place in the knockout stage all but secure. Henderson, Fabinho, Mohamed Salah, and here's Roberto Firmino. Tries to get it forward quickly. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Liverpool have booked their berth in the knockout stage. What a prospect. Welcome one and all to what we hope will be an intriguing contest between two of the better performers of this group stage in a first versus second showdown. The level of intensity around the game is more relaxed than you would have expected for a game of this magnitude, because in fact both teams have already sealed their progress. That has led to some expressing, perhaps reasonably, whether the game would have its sting taken out of it. But that has been denied emphatically in both camps, and it is clear that this will be truly competitive. One glance and you shapes to shoot! It's in!
It's hardly a surprise, is it? That's what we're here for. A player with this wonderful knack of being able to show up and deliver at important times. Yet another example. Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Liverpool take the early advantage. Well positioned to make that interception. Wijnaldum. Etebo with the foul.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Played out to the right. Mane. Now a chance to break. Has he picked him out? He's through and all alone! Goes for goal! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, look, it's always great to see a solo effort with a goal. It's the ideal combination of pace and control.
Getafe grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
Shapes for an overhead! A real chance and a real let-off. Jordan Henderson. And here's Mane, Mohamed Salah. Oh, shooting chance! He's scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Liverpool take the lead. Gets into a dangerous position. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And it's Firmino. Oh, good interception. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a really good half of football. 3 goals and just one separating them.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that they're
going for goal! Kennedy tries to get it forward quickly. Brought forward. What does he try from here? There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Ball's out on the left now. That's a decent ball. Chance to shoot. Shot at goal. In it goes. They are right back in business.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Look, this is not for the faint-hearted, Peter. This is hard and fast football.
Has a hit! Oh, that is very close.
Yeah, the shot was enabled, Peter, due to such smart control and technique.
Etebo drives it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Mane hoists it forward. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Fabinho. Mohamed Salah, who has made his impact already.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
He's got away. Going through. Gets the better of his man.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Jordan Henderson. Wijnaldum. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it's ended in a draw. Draft and draft and... Well, hello and welcome to everybody who's tuning in from around the world. I'm sure that you can sense a very different feeling in atmosphere and ambience around the ground, certainly by comparison with what we've seen before in this year's competition. Gone now are second chances, points and tables, that sort of thing confined to the group stage. From this point on, nothing other than a win suffices. The mood here is expectant and nervous. No question that's a foul. Oh, that is lovely footwork. Wijnaldum.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Lille get it back again. They've managed to get it away. Mane. Mohamed Salah. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Lille have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Firmino. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, he's found him in... Remy has a go! Remy. Gomez goes looking. Fabinho. Wijnaldum. Robertson. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Gets away from his opponents. Going for goal! Oh, just couldn't quite turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Well positioned to make that interception. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. Already up and running for the second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
He's in! Font gets rid without sophistication. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. That's a good ball to find him. And out to safety.
Oxlade-Chamberlain really got caught in a trap there, and he just couldn't get out.
And it's Fabinho. Good ball, it's found it. Oxlade-Chamberlain! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Quick thinking and quick control, Peter. That creates a little more working space.
Forward it goes. Hefty challenge, but fair enough. Gomez. He goes long. In comes the corner. Time for a change in personnel. It's going to be a double change then. Played in deep. Fabinho can get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Could move up a gear here. And it's played forward. Out to the right. Now it's Gaitan. Into the channel. Gaitan. Now it's Remy. Shapes to shoot! It just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And the referee brings it to a close. And the first leg ends all square. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, if this was a game where both sides played to their strengths, there could only have been one winner, but if...
Well, some have suggested that the tie never really got going in the first leg. Both sides drew a blank, but it has left us with plenty to debate leading up to this second leg, certainly in terms of the approach either side might take. The tie in a delicate position. The winner must be identified by the end of this game, one way or another. The only question is whether anybody can break through in normal time. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. So all set to go again. We are where we were, 0-0.
Yeah, it may be stating the obvious, but it's scoreless due to two very solid defences. Something that could prove a real strength for either later in the competition. First, though, one of them has to find a goal or two, and I'm not going to hazard a guess as to who's better equipped. This is really too close to call.
They've got underway here pretty promptly. Liverpool couldn't maximise their home advantage, a drawn first leg, and now a win of any sort will secure progress. Wijnaldum.
Lille have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Kings it out wide. Robertson goes looking. Loose ball, who's going to get that? He's made sure that that won't get through. Robertson drives it forward. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Mane. Ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So your views on the first half?
Well, they look lost for ideas and lacking in talent, which all contributes to a chronic case of impotence.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Good idea, just poorly executed. Good ball, it's found its top. Big chance!
Van Dijk is an obvious threat from set pieces. He needs...
Gets his head to it! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Gomez. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection of what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And the ball is out of play. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. And here's Mane. Good take, and he's had a look.
How many
Firmino! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Gomez. And here's Roberto Firmino.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Mane. Firmino hits it! A real chance and a real let-off. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Renato Sanchez. Font tries to... Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Yazici! And the ball's come out. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. Well, we are already up and running again. And it's Mane. Van Dijk. Oh, good take. And Firmino! Oh, that is very close.
Firmino brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Font looks to get on the end of this. Jordan Henderson. Now it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mane. Chance! Oh, that's incredible! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Liverpool have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Henderson. Firmino. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good, and it's not any less competitive.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Now it's Roberto Firmino. Good challenge. He just stood firm. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. And it's Font. Time and again they are repelled. Font has been caught there. It's a foul. Jose Font. So time is nearly up. One final twist, perhaps. Wijnaldum. And it's Mane. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, it was tense to start with, but all smiles now. Deservedly, they are through. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was...
Well, 32 have become 16, and this competition has already shed two-thirds of its initial participants. Another 8 must fall over the course of the next 2 legs. Hello, and welcome to all of you all over the world. Absolute pleasure to have you on board. Another 4 rounds to go until the summit of this European competition, and with each passing round, expectation and noise continue to rise. We really do. Firmino hits it! Guardado plays it forward. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Fekir. Oh, they could break here. Joaquin. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Delivers a cross. Great leap! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Wijnaldum goes steaming forward. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Bartra. And here's Mohamed Salah. This is promising. It has got... It's Salah! He's got away with one there. Fabinho. And it's played forward. And it's Wijnaldum. Mane. And here's Roberto Firmino. It's on a plate. Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's come loose. Liverpool. And they've been caught. It goes for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy. You lucky, lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that's been levered clear. It's come loose. And the shot! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Gets it upfield. And the first 45 minutes are up. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. A tight old game so far. Can that change now? Hanmi. Right through the middle. Chan hits one! Danger averted for now. That intervention was very necessary. Tries to get it forward quickly. What a ball this has turned out to be. Guardado. Fekir goes looking. Forward it goes. Firmino. Joaquin. Roberts. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Guardado. Fekir finds himself offside.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Hits one! And yes, it's there!
All goals are welcome, but when they come at a time like that, they're priceless.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, none of us were
Going for goal! And he's there to hoof it away.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Robertson cuts it out. So that's it. It is all over. Well, they've lost the home leg, so life gets a little fraught. All that's left is to... Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for... Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Guardado. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's Salah. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Keeper sends it forward. Robertson goes looking. Firmino. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Liverpool have it back and they can go again. And here's Mane. What a ball this has turned out to be. That's gone a long way up and away. Alexander-Arnold.
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them because it needs livening up.
Just brushed off the ball there, and he has been fouled there. And Dijk gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Mohamed Salah. Firmino. Guardado gets it back. Gomez. Sydney. Jordan Henderson. Mondi. And the first half is done. So neither team has broken through. But certainly not for the want of trying. Been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless.
Well, Peter, it's 45 minutes to conjure something up now. They've been better than the first leg, but the pressure is really on, and they have to answer to it.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. It's one! It's a goal! The second half off to a spectacular start.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. And it's Wijnaldum. Fabinho. It's come through. He's gone for it. Joaquin knocks it away. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Hoists it forward. Salah. Mane is fouled.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's trying the shot. No, not quite. Wijnaldum battles to win it back. It's anyone's ball. Cleared without complication. That'll be a throw. And it's Henderson. Keeper's got good distance on that. Firmino. Joaquin, who does have an assist to his name. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's through and all alone. Has a pop. Back of the net. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. That's it. They are out. Liverpool bow out. Outmanoeuvred in both legs, and on balance, the